Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the old Ncaa, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing on. Down as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Out of the gun, the inside give. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on its shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be interesting.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Offense getting set for first down. The give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Now adjusting. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
Oh, picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Florida Atlantic. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Turns it on in midfield. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Off play action on 1st down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game record.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Canes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide out in motion. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Buying some time. And that pass intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
QBs want to make plays. It's what they are. It's who they are. And defensively, we got to understand when they get outside the pocket, what am I doing now? I got to make sure that I start to plaster to my guys, take away those easy throws. Those linebackers have to pursue, make sure the quarterback doesn't take off and run. Good defense forces the mistake, and now you set your offense up with really good field position.
The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, I haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
Quickly complete.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Keeps looking downfield. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Fires to the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got the back over the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Canes will hustle to the line.
I like how this offense throws to their running backs in different areas of the field. It's not always going to be to the perimeter. It's not always going to be screens, but they can attack the middle of the field, too, using these angle routes. Nice play call.
Just keep giving them the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to the running back, and he's making plays.
Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
On the move from inside is 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Knight. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. The give from the gun. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. The RPO, fire complete to the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Buckeyes are threatening on first and goal. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll go to the air. Still looking on the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Sends it downfield. Makes a grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That is no good. And after the miss, it still takes 3 possessions to catch them. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
They keep it on the ground to open the third. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Loss of 6. Brings up second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Knight. He's got it. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. The give. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
He's brought down at the 6-yard line.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Knight. Scrambling away. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17. He wants to throw. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Gets it out quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Canes. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. Two-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the third. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Knight. On the run, still looking. He's going to run it. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Graham. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on fourth down. Quarterback checking off. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
With the run on first and goal. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On second and goal, he carries again. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Gomez. Lets it go. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds him out of the backfield. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On third down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up fourth.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. At the 45, on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the fourth quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Dropping back, it's Gomez. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needs...